Welcome to Bigfoot Forensics. It's the show that utilizes forensic science and the different disciplines within crime scene investigations to study evidence, sightings, and eyewitness testimony concerning Bigfoot. So how did I get into this? What made me want to research Bigfoot? The plain and simple truth is, I've always been a fan. So there I was one day, perusing the internet, looking for some credible evidence for me to analyze and start to develop my own opinion. After sifting through mountains, and I mean mountains, of poorly made photographs, out of focus photographs, blurry images, photographs that were just taken improperly, no scale. So then it prompted me to ask this question. What if, during all this perusing, I had actually seen an actual piece of evidence, a real Bigfoot footprint that was captured on film? Or, oh, sorry, I'm old. Captured digitally, right? Someone took a picture of it. I'm so old. But someone took a picture of it, okay? The whole point being is that what if I had actually seen a real Bigfoot impression, but it was taken so poorly it can't be considered anything of evidentiary value. It'll never see the light of day in a courtroom. It'll never actually make it through our network of peers. People like me will just cruise right by it, right? Because ultimately what we're looking for is, how is this picture made? If I see it with an actual scale, it's parallel to the ground, and I can actually see details, then that's something that I'm going to stop to take a look at. So then it dawned on me, the whole purpose behind most of these photos is, it's just people who don't know any better. They're excited, they're taking pictures of something they found in the woods, and they want to share. It's no big deal. But what if we're missing out on crucial bits of evidence? If it were done properly. When evaluating evidence, especially Bigfoot evidence, I'm going to look at it and think about, have we documented this properly, and could it handle the scrutiny of a court system? Also, we should be welcoming the skeptics and conversing with them, not kicking them out of Bigfoot forums because they didn't believe. I mean, honestly, let's look back and take an honest review of ourselves and the evidence that we've been presenting. What have we really shown them? We like to show each other, and we like to pat each other on the back, but we're running into some issues of cognitive bias there. And when anyone who doesn't immediately follow our narrative, we're kicking them out of those forums for not believing. All right, so we have to change this. We're going to have to change this. Gone are the days that we can take a picture of a footprint out in the woods from the side, upper view, with our shoe next to it, a pen next to it. That's just not going to cut it anymore. We're going to have to do better. As a Bigfoot researcher, we should also, and I'm talking about the researchers out there, not just people hiking. As a Bigfoot researcher, it's also not going to cut it anymore for you to say that I was out for a hike the other day and I ran across this impression, and I didn't have my scale, and I didn't have my casting stuff, I didn't have a good camera, because come on. And I'm doing this as a point. This isn't the best video quality in the world, nor the best sound settings, but it's all being done on my phone. Okay. And me and my partner, we've been doing some amazing stuff with our phones lately. You can't say it's because I had a cell phone anymore. But there are proper ways to take these photographs, and that's what we're going to get to. In a nutshell, that initial research that I ran across, well, I wouldn't say research. There's not much real research out there that's being shared or shown. And we're going to talk about that at some other point. But my biggest takeaway from this entire thing is that due to those photographs that I saw and that thought that's been plaguing me of what if I've actually already seen a Bigfoot impression, but there's no way for me to actually see it and no one else has been able to see it or analyze it or take a look at it. That's horrible. Just thinking about that, that's horrible. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna demonstrate how to properly collect DNA, how to properly pour casts, how to properly take our photographs so they can meet the highest level of scrutiny. We'll also review various pieces of evidence. We'll talk about what's good about them, what's bad about them. It'll be constructive criticism, not just, this is bad. We don't want to do that. We want to help everybody. We want better evidence out there. My goal is to elevate the quality of the evidence out there being presented, to make it more credible, make it more convincing. And I said this, one of the biggest things that I want is I want to be able to have a piece of evidence come across my desk and me be able to look at it, analyze it, and say, holy crap, I can't prove this is not Bigfoot. So like I said, these episodes are going to serve as a valuable refresher for baby detectives, other crime scene investigators, if you will, Bigfoot field researchers. If you already know some of the stuff, that's great, but we can all learn a little bit from each other. It's important to keep an open mind, especially when talking about handling evidence. We're going to do an episode solely on gloves, how important it is, and how to put them on properly, and some little tips and tricks that we've learned across the trade. So what qualifies me to help you with this? I'm glad you asked. It's getting more and more important to talk about our credentials when we start talking about things like science, right? Or even just qualified to be telling you how to collect something or what to do with it, how to take photos. What are my credentials? I am currently assigned to a crime scene investigations unit in the Metro Atlanta area. I've been a certified police officer for a little over 20 years now. I am a certified latent fingerprint examiner, a certified crime scene technician. I've been published a couple times. I've been trained on advanced shooting incident reconstruction, bloodstain pattern analysis, crime scene reconstruction, and a whole myriad of other things. CV upon request. But before that, I was a crimes against persons detective. I investigated major crimes, basically. Everything from kidnappings to assaults, missing persons, homicides, shootings, armed robberies, you name it, done it. I also belong to a whole slew of organizations out there, like the Chartered Society of Forensic Sciences, the International Association for Identification, the Association for Crime Scene Reconstruction, the International Association for Bloodstain Pattern Analysts, the International Association for Interviewers. Oh yeah. Before I became crime scene, I specialized in interviews and interrogations, and I also was a polygraph examiner I have been a polygraph examiner for over 10 years. I've just slowed it down a lot lately. I've been concentrating on the crime scene and forensic side, and mainly the fingerprint area. Okay, so let's get to this part. If you have some evidence and you want me to look at it, you want me to analyze it, send it to evidence@bigfootforensics.com, or you can call the number on your screen right there. I'm not going to answer that number. It's set up strictly for voicemail and text messages. So if you have any stories or anything or you just want to get in contact with me, submit it through there. Also, you can go to bigfootforensics.com on the contact page and you can put stuff there. If you do send some evidence and you don't want it used, that's fine. Just tell me, I won't. Willing to sign NDAs, any of that kind of stuff. My whole goal here is to just do the research. I want the answers. Like I said before, I want that thing to come across my desk and have me say, holy crap, what is this? Also, I have some reports on some analysis that I've done for other major Bigfoot people. I will share those with you. However, they will be redacted as they've asked me not to disclose those at this time. Very simply put, I will do the same for you. Thanks for watching.